charge you with the crime of murder in the first degree and other related charges. How do you plead this indictment, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Your Honor, we have a copy of the indictment, notice of immigration consequences, as well as rap sheet. I believe the court has it. We give the court an extra copy and one to counsel. Does the court wish that we be heard with respect to bail?
Well, what is the situation in federal authorities today? How does security
As we understand that we have primary jurisdiction, and we have been informed by the U.S. Attorney that they intend on allowing us to try our case first. So with respect to whatever goes on there, as the party with primary jurisdiction, the trial and the sentencing will take place here prior to anything that takes place in the federal system.
What you just said, the answer is it's fine if we take custody today.
That I'm not sure, because Your Honor signed a writ in which it says that we're going to return the defendant to federal custody. So I think that would be step two. I do think that logically, as the party with primary jurisdiction, the custody should be here, but I asked the court, in light of the court signing the writ, indicating that we would return him to federal custody, that be done at a later time.
Well, I've been through this before, and if you do that, they will written right out of your. So I don't think I'm going to do that. But if you work it out with them, that we would take custody rather than us bringing him back for any proceedings, that'll be great.
We will make every effort to accomplish that, Your Honor.
But there should be some kind of detainment, and you know that.
Yes.
There's something what it changes, there should be some mechanism that we put up here,
Absolutely.
and then we can do that. All right, is there any further?
Yes, Your Honor, we'd like to make a record, if that's okay with Your Honor. First, we request immediate expedited discovery in this case. The people have had this case for about almost 3 weeks, and that's more than enough time to gather as much information as they can give to us, especially now that we have two proceedings that we have to answer to, one of them being death eligible. So we are requesting that we get immediate discovery of the New York City Police Department and FBI and federal and state documents. And the second thing I want to make a record of, Your Honor, is I'm very concerned about my client's right to a fair trial in this case. He's being prejudiced by some statements that are being made by government officials. Like every other defendant, he's entitled to a presumption of innocence, but unfortunately, the way this has been handled so far, his rights are being violated. And as you know, Your Honor, there's a wealth of case law guaranteeing his right to a fair trial, but none of the safeguards have been put in place yet here. In fact, it's just the opposite of what's been happening. He's a young man, and he is being treated like a human ping pong ball between two warring jurisdictions here. These federal and state prosecutors are coordinating with one another, but at the expense of him. They have conflicting theories in their indictments, and they're literally treating him like he is like some sort of political fodder, like some sort of spectacle. He was on display for everyone to see in the biggest staged perp walk I've ever seen in my career. It was absolutely unnecessary. He's been cooperative with law enforcement. He had been in custody for over a week. He waived extradition. He was cooperative at all accounts. There was no reason for the NYPD and everybody to have these big assault rifles that, frankly, I had no idea was in their arsenal. And to have all of these, the press there, the media there, it was like perfectly choreographed. And what was the New York City mayor doing at this press conference, Your Honor? That just made it utterly political. And as Your Honor knows, under Laura v. Charles, the Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit has held it to be clearly established that these staged perp walks to the media, unrelated to a legitimate law enforcement objective, is unconstitutional. and I submit there was zero law enforcement objective to do that sort of perp walk. There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. And frankly, Your Honor, the mayor should know more than anyone of the presumption of innocence that he too is afforded when he dealing with his own issues. And frankly, I submit that he was just trying to detract from those issues by making a spectacle of Mr. Mangione. And there are consequences to this. He has a right to a fair trial. And I just want to put on the record statements that the mayor made publicly about my client. Nothing saying alleged, for example. And he said, I wanted to send a strong message with the police commissioner that we're leading from the front. I'm not going to just allow him to come into our city. I wanted to look him in the eye and state, you carried out this terrorist act in my city, the city of New York that I love. And he wanted to show symbolism. Your Honor, he's not a symbol. He's somebody who is afforded the right to a fair trial. He's innocent until proven guilty. And the mayor was talking to jurors, future potential jurors that elected him. Those are the people that elected him that he is talking to and calling this man a terrorist. So, Your Honor, I just want to make a record of this and put everyone on notice that this has to stop. And my client is entitled to a fair trial and the presumption of innocence. And we're going to fight these charges, whether it's in the state or federal, to the fullest extent. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, well, as you know, I have very little control what happens outside of this court. But I can guarantee you, and I guarantee every defendant that comes through these doors, the defendant will receive a fair trial. And we will carefully select a jury if that time comes, or when that time comes. But yes, we should expedite discovery.
Your Honor, the discovery in this case is voluminous, to say the least. I have never seen a case with such volume of evidence, aside from the issue of the quality of the evidence. I suggest to counsel, because we have a discovery portal, but given how much evidence there is against this defendant, it would be smarter if counsel could provide us with a 2 terabyte external drive rather than rely on the crashing of the portal. With respect to statement and identification notice, we will be giving that notice within the next 15 days. We're preparing an ADF. We'll do our best to expedite discovery, but I'll say that with redactions and with the volume of it, we're hoping to do it as best we can under, this is not a usual case in terms of the thousands of hours of video tracking and the like, and the fact that we're not only responsible for discovery in this county, but in Altoona, where the arrest was made, officers were involved, and we're in touch with those people, and we're going to get everything counsel's entitled to. As to other issues, I think a 30-day adjournment to see where we're at, and to, of course, counsel's aware of the various notices. We have notices as well. I take it that counsel will abide by the statutory limitations on their notices with respect to any notices they believe to be appropriate. As to comply with our ethical obligations with respect to trying this defendant's guilt in this courtroom and this courtroom alone. Thank you.
All right, so,
Yes. We back in the building with another podcast vlog, and this is Raw Dope Podcast Vlog, and I'm your host, Hand 5000, and in my famous words, good morning. What's up with you? Who tapping in? Where you tapping in from? So, Luigi was in court yesterday, pleaded not guilty, which is crazy, but most offenders plead not guilty. He pleaded not guilty. And they said he had about 24 women there. He had about 24 women there to support him. 24 women. You know what I mean? 24 women was there to support him. What life will be like for Luigi Mangione inside a notorious New York jail. So, they had the trial yesterday. I mean, not the trial, but arraignment, what you call arraignment, and the feds picked the case up. So basically, the feds picked the case up to push the death penalty. And in a lot of places they don't believe in the death penalty. But what he did is like a death penalty case. Would he get the death penalty? I don't think so. Prosecutors can act like they're gonna seek the death penalty, but they would never get the death penalty for the simple fact of the matter is it's just a lot of people that don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of people that don't believe in that. So he'll get voted out, but he will spend like, a long time, you know what I'm saying, behind that door. If not die behind the door. But he has a fan base, so he'll be like one of those Jeffrey Dahmer guys. Like, he'll write books, he'll have support, he'll constantly have flocks of mail coming in for the rest of his life. It will be women that's 25, 26 that support him will grow old supporting him. Real shit. Will grow old to support him. Bro, that's why I don't like eating at night no more. Because if you eat at night, you wake up so hungry in the morning. I'm trying not to stop that for 3 days straight. I wasn't hungry in the morning. That's a part of just not eating at the 8 or 7. But he pleads not guilty. Now, what I think with his higher powered defense attorney, I think he going to go for a sanity plea. Just to be so honest with you, I think he going to go with a sanity plea. And, he ain't in his right state of mind. He's mentally unstable. They're going to go all that. Is New York City and the jury going to buy that? I don't know. It all depends on how much support that health CEO got. If you're a health CEO and you know what I mean, he got family, and I haven't seen nothing from his family speaking out because they probably feel at danger. And a lot of people that hold those positions like that, like you got a target on your head for some of the decisions that you make, and that is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of dudes is in that position, health field, anything. You got to worry about, somebody over studying and something happened to somebody's family, where they'll generally be pissed. Yo, King Hazy, what's good, man? I'm up with it. I'm grinding, man. Ray Waking Pay. And we talking about this Luigi Mangione. He was in court. He pleaded guilty. Not guilty, excuse me. Plead not guilty. And I think they're going to go with a sanity plea. I really think they're going to go with a sanity plea. I think he's going to plead sanity. But yeah, man, I think it's. But listen, man, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. This is hand 5,000 in the morning. I got a nap yesterday, y'all, so that's why I'm up with y'all. I usually tap in late, but I ain't tapped in late. I'm tapped in this morning. Let's get busy, by this is the best morning show you're gonna get. This is the best vlog morning show you're gonna get, because it ain't no fuck shit, no fake shit, no fooling. So anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. So Luigi Mangione going to prison for the rest of his life. I can't even hold it in. I don't even like saying that as a convict, but he's going to jail for the rest of his life. But the only thing about his jail stay is he'll have a fan base. So he'll constantly get mail. He'll constantly get visits. He'll write a tell-all book. He'll do interviews. His life in prison to be interesting. Some white kid's going to try to mimic him. All that. So if y'all know me, y'all know one thing. And y'all know one thing about me that's for real. Hip-hop. Hip-hop is my life, man. Like I am like a hip-hop connoisseur, especially when it comes to 90 hip-hop. I got that 1990 to like 2000 sold down pack. I'm like a baby encyclopedia with that stuff. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say from 1988 to like 2005. Those 17 years is like stuck in my head. I ain't even gonna lie. Those 17 years of music is like stuck in my head. I fell off on the music when I went to prison. When I went to prison for those years, I couldn't get music. I used to get shit when it first dropped. Every take, man, every CD store, they knew Fat Ham. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how much music I love. So one thing is I'm a hip hop guy, and I'm a hip hop connoisseur, and I love the art. I love the art of hip hop. So I say this to say this. It has been a dude that has been first degree murdered by the hip hop community. And one thing you cannot do in a hip hop community is be racist, be biased, or be a hater. That gets you kicked the F out of the community. Now, this ignorant man, no, let me start out with this. This is an artist that I had so much respect for, and this is what I say, that the internet and vlogging these interviews are the gift and the curse, because some of these older seasoned vets get too comfortable talking, and one of those older seasoned vets that has been too comfortable talking is Fat Joe, Mr. Don Carnicino, Mr. Joey, whatever. You are dead, bro. I will never listen to your music again, bro. I don't want to hear all the way up. I don't want to hear shit from you. Use a bitch. Fat Joe, use a bitch. Use a bitch. Fat Joe, use a bitch. Screen record this and tag him in there. Fat Joe, use a bitch. I don't fuck with you no more. I was a huge fan of him. I'm a fat, light skinned guy myself. Huge fan of you. You couldn't do no wrong in my eyes. Even when Cuban Links and them said you was a fucked up nigga, I still roll with you, Joe, as a fan. But to hear you sit up there and say something that even come out, you're not, listen, if you're not black, you're not qualified to speak on black people in the black culture. Nevertheless, say some racist, hating ass shit when black people accept you in the community. Hip hop was started out by teenage kids that wanted to have fun, that wanted to have a good time. They were Latinos, they were from the West Indies, they were black, they were all because New York is a what I call is a box of jelly beans. I love New York and I love everybody from New York. I love a lot of people from New York. I have great friends in New York, but it's a box of jelly beans, meaning it's mad different colors in there. It's mad different colors. It's a box of jelly beans, so it's mad different people up there. So if you start the hip hop was created in the Bronx, you would say all different cultures. Spanish community is definitely a part of it. But every little thing that the black man and the black woman got, and one of them things that we have is entertainment. Entertainment. You might as well call it black entertainment, because every sport, entertainment, anything we do as a people, because we never unified as one, but anything we do as far as entertainment goes, bro, we work that thing. As far as anything goes in sports, we work that thing. And we give credit what credit is due. We give credit what credit is due. But every time somebody gotta try to steal something, you know what I mean? Every time somebody gotta try to steal something. Thanks, Chris. You know what I mean? Every time somebody gotta try to steal something. So Fat Joe said this shit he said. Matt Hoffa took the interview down. A lot of people just cancel him. And at his age, you don't need to get canceled. But why do all other cultures, and if any feel comfortable with commenting on the culture if it's negative? Like, I'm tired of it, bro. You think somebody cool, like, that was racist what you said, bro. Like, who are you, man? Like, who are you, brother? You know what I mean? Like, who are you, bro? Like, who are you, bro? Like, you're not a guy. You know what I mean? With a guy, and he definitely going to start a war because he don't think he could lay down. You washed. You get what I'm saying? As a rapper, and people was feeling Fat Joe coming back doing his thing because Fat Joe. But a black woman took you to the top. You know what I mean? A black woman, Remy Martin, took you to the top. When you fell off and Remy came home, she got back with you and she took you to the top. Remy Martin took you to the top. How could you sit up there and run your mouth? You know what I mean? I don't get it. And then he sang all the legend. Come on, man. I have to hear this. I have to hear this again for y'all. I have to play this for y'all. And y'all give me y'all opinion, because I titled this, Hip Hop Killed Him. He's done. You cannot make comments in hip hop and get away with it. I'm just being honest. You cannot make comments in hip hop and get away with it, bro. You just can't, bro. You can't do the things that these ignorant people doing. He's no worse than Charleston White. Like, bro, like, y'all just, and then you just happen to be Puerto Rican. Like, come on, bro. And I love my Puerto Rican, but we go shout out to all of them, man. Spanish people, cool as a motherfucker, bro. I don't have no issues with them. I got issues with dudes like Fat Joe, bro. Just want to do too much, bro. Just want to do too much.
My God, the world changed on me, nigga. I'm like, yo.
You know what?
Where outside of New York, it's hard for them to understand, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians,
That's true.
Jamaicans,
That's true.
First of all, let's start by this. Around each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical
Listen,
black racists.
who the fuck is he talking
Let's
to?
just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say their name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is.
Oh, man. And Mav.
And their shit is to attack.
And Mav, you sitting there laughing with
You
him.
see this nigga who runs
Some
up?
niggas different,
The
bro.
niggas, though, man.
And you're laughing with him, bro.
And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not
Hey,
New York.
hold up.
So they telling the whole look.
Now listen, if you tap in with me and you gotta know what's going on at 6 a.m. When you tap in me, man, exactly 6:50. When I'm on time with the podcast, and after I got 20 minutes in, it's wake and bake time. So if you in your car, you just getting up and you a stoner, you's a hippie, roll up.
The story, this was whoopity doop wop. This the yo, bro. Far as I know, we're at Yankee Stadium right now, and it's hip hop's 50th birthday. And the guy who invented it, Grandmaster Flash, my brother carried his crates. My babysitters made up the, let me hear you say, ho, it's two girls, twins, used to babysit me. They made up, let me hear you say, ho. So they have a big problem, these guys, right? So they're against anybody who ain't with them. So this ain't a popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light right here is what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
So there's a small minority to get on them Twitters and they running it up. We got a fucking Looney Tune like your man Lord Jamal, who's a fucking Looney Tune. He's a loony bit, right? We just said that the drug of choice is attention. It's this and this and that. They get one guy. He was a legend. He's brand Nubian.
Right.
Listen how I disrespect the black man.
Be clear.
There you go, Hazy. Roll up with me.
But now,
Y'all know, if y'all my early birds, roll up with me, man. This us.
The world's flat. This, that, anything to go viral. I just told you I stopped my shit because I go too viral. I'm scared. I'm too viral.
Right. I think we in the information era. Some people just
I'm gonna do some prank calls too, y'all.
They see so many paths, they decide to pick one, and some of them ain't the most popular one. So, they just.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that this opinion comes from a tribe.
Right.
It comes from a group of people that hate everybody but them. There's radical Jews, there's radical Catholics, there's radical Puerto Ricans.
Right.
There's radical anything. If you do enough of that shit, enough of in-house racism, you wind up looking at the world fucked up. You can't even move around.
Right.
You understand? So that's how this shit come about. These guys don't like nobody but them. They fuck that. This guy, well, how could he say this? How could he? Bro, have you been to my hood? Do you know where I'm from? We did my brother's funerals. More black people than Spanish people at the funeral sitting next to my mother. Do you know where the fuck I'm from? But you trying to tell us what happened over here. All the legends I know, when I go to the legendary shit, they're all black and Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And I sit there with them and I'm like, and they don't believe it. They don't understand. They don't understand like that talk. They're like, yo, what the fuck is this about? Like, they're confused. The pioneers, the Grandmaster Flashes, the Cool Hercs, the Melly Mel's, they're like, yo, we don't know what the fuck these people talking about. Because they on Twitter and they doing a little something, but I don't know what the fuck these people do. Like, they're confused. They fucked with the wrong nigga. That's the problem. Fat Joe the wrong one. He always been the wrong. He got Achilles in his shit. He gonna come out with that. So remember Achilles, they wait for the nigga. Is he coming out? Is he coming out? Achilles run out with the sword. Oh my God! 120 here. Got him up off the tech. This nigga, yo, this is wrong. He don't care. He ain't scared of nobody. He give a fuck. He don't care. He got his own money. Fuck you got to do to me. Like, he fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You best leave me alone.
Okay, now I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to this, y'all, right now. Okay, I'm going to go to this. 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 I want to see what this dude, because Fat Joe, he always swear that he's a hip hop historian, right? I might let y'all see a little bit of this. Y'all vibe with me. Roll up now. If you up with me, man, you got to roll up, bro. This is, if you're on your way to work, I'm your guy. I'm your guy to get you to work. You feel me? Because everybody have their own, but the truth is the truth. Like, everybody want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was. You know what I mean? I want to do something. Because I don't want to misguide none of my fans. Or anybody that's dealing with me. So I want to do something. I want to go back into some ancient times. You feel me saying? And then my little thing, the birth of hip hop. So I'm ready to play a clip from the birth of hip hop, right? I'm going to play a clip, and I want y'all to listen to this clip. Because what we like to do is we like to digest. We like to dig in the crates and go to work. So Fat Joe said what he said, so I'm going to dig in the crates and I'm going to do some research.
Jamaican-born New Yorker known as DJ Kool Herc threw a party in the South Bronx. With a pair.
Okay, here we go.
In August 1973, a young Jamaican-born New Yorker known as DJ Kool Herc threw a party in the South Bronx. With a pair of turntables, he improvised a technique that isolated and repeated musical breaks That technique would lay the foundation for a genre known as hip-hop. Hip-hop music emerged from house parties in the Bronx and spread like wildfire between friends and neighbors at block parties. The new sound was electrifying.
In the schoolyard during recess, someone would have a boombox. And then someone would start rhyming. You didn't have recorded versions of hip-hop at that time.
Within a few years, it had become an underground cultural movement, and its distribution was homemade.
You couldn't purchase albums or records, and you couldn't hear hip-hop on the radio. The only way that you could participate in the culture musically was through these cassette tapes, which would circulate all throughout the city.
As its influence deepened and broadened, the music spread from the underground onto the radio. In 1979, a group from suburban New Jersey released Rappers
The Delight. And my I was born. Now what you hear is not a test. Stop the record to the beat.
And me, my friends are gonna try to lift your feet. And the Sugar Hill Gang's hit was just the beginning. As hip-hop evolved, it became a passion shared by millions of young Americans.
My bad, yo. I get like that when I look at hip-hop, the
and
culture.
their politics, creating a vibrant, multicultural community across the country.
Our generation of young people, we had to find new ways to communicate.
Right.
Just getting on records and speaking about the truth.
Its lyrics reflected the social and economic conditions of the inner cities, as seen through the eyes of the people who live there.
Because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder why I keep on going under.
I think it was Chuck D who said, it's the CNN of the Black community. It's actually reporting all of these things.
Yeah, take me somewhere else with this stuff.
Musical form.
Black man, we created this stuff. Copyright. Oh man, I'm not getting paid. Man, come on, man. Y'all gotta buy a shirt or something. I'm not gonna get paid for this.
Hip hop surpassed rock as America's #1 stream genre for the first time ever. Decades after its birth, hip-hop has grown from its underground origins in the Bronx to become one of the most popular genres of music throughout the world.
So we all know that hip hop started in 1979, right? So I just gotta play this, bro, like because I just love like doing like the history, bro. Because when you got dudes like Fat Joe who talk, but let's talk about it. Here we go. Everybody gonna tell you the same story. Starts in the South Bronx, bro. New York, we know that's the hip hop, the heaven of hip hop.
And a young DJ is about to change the course of music.
Oh, hurt. He wanna say he's Jamaican. If he's Jamaican, he's black man. He's black man. What are you talking about? Hey, man, boy. They're talking about black man. Like, come on, from the West Indies.
Funk and soul songs, and tonight he has a new trick up his sleeve. He's pioneering a musical technique, and it's never been done before this. You know how most songs go: first chorus, then there's a little instrumental break. But that's the part that the DJ is gonna take, and he'll play just that on the first turntable, then switch to the second and play it once more, then play it again, then play it again. And right there, the sound of hip hop is born. A continuous rhythm is made when the same part is repeatedly played, and the record spins round like a hoop. It's called playing a breakbeat on a loop. DJ Kool Herc was the creator, living in the Bronx and born in Jamaica. That's where we learned about a thing called toasting. And he used
that's all I want to say.
Hosting.
If Kool Herc grew up in the Bronx, but was from Jamaica, what is he? Fat Joe? Tell me in the comment box. If he come from the West Indies, if he moved to the Bronx, you want to say he's Jamaican, not black. It's not one point of
someone speaks on the mic on top of the music to make the crowd hype. To the beat they will stay in time, and to make it memorable they make it rhyme. This was the birth of the MC. It's how rappers we know it came to be. Its popularity will grow and grow. Before we continue, you need to know about DJ Kool Herc, DJ Hollywood, Courtroom, Rock, Grandmaster, Flash. This new sound took the city by storm. It was the rise of the rap art form. It wasn't only at parties anymore. Now rappers went to the studio to record. The first rap songs ever were released. It was the late 1970s. The beats were catchy, the rhymes were simple. Sugar Hill Gang released their first single. It was a song called Rapper's Delight. It shot into the charts, rap reached new heights. Then a song called The Breaks by Curtis Blow went top 5. So you need to know about Fat Five Freddy, Cool Mo D, Salt and Pepper on
DMC. That's it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just trying to see where this Fat Joe get this narrative from. And he's supposed to be smart. He's supposed to be smart.
Hey everyone, Will here.
Here we go.
So for today's video, we are going to be analyzing the history of hip hop.
Yes, go.
That means we're going to be going over
well, Candy Cane, when they talk about hip hop, that's where it gets me. I'm a hip hop nerd.
How hip hop gained prominence.
I'm a hip hop nerd, so I get excited.
The legacy of hip hop. So without further ado, let's begin.
Let's begin. Now I want to see.
Hip hop is an iconic cultural and artistic movement that was created primarily by African Americans, Latino Americans, and Caribbean Americans in the Bronx of New York City. Hip hop is characterized by 5 key elements: rapping, which is a rhythmic vocal rhyming style; beatboxing, which is a percussive vocal style; turntablism, which is creating music with record players and DJ mixers; breakdancing, which is an athletic style of street dance; and graffiti, which involves the creation of elaborate walls.
That's hip hop. That's hip hop.
So the art form of hip hop originated in the Bronx of New York City.
Right.
At this time,
I'm teaching
the
y'all
South
something.
Bronx was facing a major economic crisis due to a decline of manufacturing in the city. This major economic crisis led a significant number of middle-class Americans to move into the suburbs. This migration of predominantly white middle-class Americans led to increased racial segregation throughout the city. Such racial segregation was capitalized upon with the construction of the Cross Bronx Expressway, an interstate highway that directed traffic directly through the center of the Bronx, further separating the northern Bronx from the southern Bronx. As the economy of the South Bronx area collapsed, many businesses began to shut
Hit that
down,
notification,
which
man.
led
Come
to
on,
the
man.
majority
29 people
of
here. I only got 8 likes. Come on, y'all.
Puerto Rican
Come on, y'all. That ain't fair, bro.
Caribbean
Come on, man.
American population with minimal job prospects. This situation was made worse when many gangs began to forcibly move into the city, inflicting violence upon many of the residents of the South Bronx. At this time, much of the urban youth turned to the streets for artistic self-expression. Neighborhood block parties, also known as outdoor public gatherings, were often created as a means of bringing about a sense of community between neighbors. Abandoned buildings and parking lots were used to host many of these block parties. These block parties would often have disc jockeys and masters of ceremonies who would set up mobile sound systems for these elaborate events.
It's real.
These mobile sound systems were first conceived of in Kingston, Jamaica. The sound systems used in the Bronx typically consisted of generators, turntables, and huge speakers, all of which were usually set up on tables. Additionally, sheets of cardboard were commonly used as dance
graffiti, man. I'm a graffiti
dancers,
artist.
while brick walls became canvases
Yes.
for graffiti
Man, I love this, bro. I love this.
One of the most
That's how I create my
hip-hop
basement,
pioneers
bro. Like
was DJ
a hip hop look
a
like.
Jamaican immigrant who is highly regarded as the
He's a
founding father
Jamaican
of the hip-hop
immigrant.
movement.
What is that?
On August 11th,
What is that?
1973, DJ Kool Herc officially launched the hip-hop movement when he and his sister, Cindy Campbell, hosted
Black
a
man from the islands, man. Island man. It's from the islands, boy.
At 1520,
It's from the islands, man.
Originally, block parties consisted of a lot of soul and funk music played by DJs.
Fat Joe.
Experimenting further,
We not
DJ
feeling you.
Kool Herc began to isolate the percussive breaks used in
We're not
popular
taking
songs.
Puerto Ricans
This
out.
was a musical technique
We're not
that
taking
was
Puerto
commonly
Ricans
used
out. We're not
in
taking
Jamaican
nobody from the
folk
culture,
music.
but he just told you
Because
where the
the
culture
percussive
started
breaks
at.
in soul
He
and
didn't
funk
leave,
music
and
were
this
typically
journalist
very short.
did not
DJ
leave. Hold up.
Kool Herc began using a
Hold up,
pair
hold
of turn.
So this journalist started out, it became with African Americans, the West Indies, you get what I'm saying? The West Indies and Puerto Ricans. Nobody went around and say all this. Oh, but Fat Joe wanted to be like, what? This is why I trip over people. Hip hop was a culture. It's a community, bro. It's a vibe, bro. It's a vibe, bro. It's a good vibe, bro. So at the end of the day, when this shit was created, there wasn't no color in it, bro. Ignorant people bring color into the culture. We know who started it. Yo, black people never made hip hop racist. That's one cool thing I'm honestly say, bro. Black people never made hip hop racist. If you know anything about Kingston, Jamaica, or you know anything about your history, do you know what Jamaica is? Do you know how Jamaica and these islands was created? Because it's all off of the African descendants. But I don't want to teach right now because that ain't what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a knowledge channel. It's a knowledgeable channel, but I don't get all the way into that. So for Fat Joe to say that at 55 years old, you're ignorant. I used to say this in prison many years ago. I used to tell my mans, I was 26, 27 years old. I used to be like, yo, some of these dudes in here 60 years old and they 18. They never stopped being 18. It was dudes that was 27 that never stopped being 15 when I was in prison. I'm like, damn, bro, niggas just be little boys, bro. Like little boys in man bodies. And just because you could be a little boy or a little girl, just because you're stuck in an adult body and you have to make the adult decision, doesn't mean that your brain function fully as an adult. That does not mean your brain function fully as an adult, bro. So for Fat Joe to be in hip hop, you know, he would have been in Hip Hop Hall of Fame, like everything niggas love about Joe. For Joe to say that he was out of order, and that was like a racist statement. And when you look in his eyes, I seen the hatred, and he was very, very upset about this. But he supposed to represent a culture. He supposed to represent a culture. And if you go back, and I play these documentaries and stuff to go back to let you know that when hip hop was started, it was fun. It was a vibe. It's graffiti. It's breakdancing. It's turntables. MCing. Everybody having a good time. Hip hop means a good time. Hip hop means a fucking a peace of mind. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. You saying monkey all in there. Look at you, man. That must be somebody that's with Fat Joe. That must be with somebody that's with Fat Joe. That must be a fake page. He got a fake page on. Come on, man. Keep commenting. Boy, like it. Like it the way you comment, man. Come on, man. I'm going to let y'all finish and let the ignorant reduce because I embrace trolls. I got a Glock or a safety because I don't know you. You won't show a face. Hide in your culture. You playing, I will slap all the shit out you in real life.
Tables.
That's the difference. I slap shit out you in real life.
And then switch between them to extend the percussive breaks. DJ Kool Herc named this breakbeat juggling style of DJing the merry-go-round. The percussive breaks that DJ Kool Herc utilized also had a major impact on the art of breakdancing. Breakdancers would typically form dance circles, performing their best dance moves during the percussive breaks. DJ Kool Herc named these breakdancers B-boys and B-girls, which was a nickname for break boys and break girls. Eventually, the art of breakdancing would become a worldwide subculture.
Let's go. It's some of the break, and let me tell you this. What do we say this? Some of the best breakdancing I seen was by, once I got older, I used to just think it was just light-skinned black people, because I told you how I feel about that. Man, somebody gotta be no comprendo. Man, listen, stop playing me. You call me a monkey. You call me a monkey. I slap the shit out you in real life, though. Like real life. Real life, I'll beat you up. Like real life, I will. Like, I'm not gonna let you get me out of my program because I'm kind of excited and pumped up this morning. But I'm not gonna let you play with me, bro. I slap all the shit out you in real life. Look at me. In real life, I'll put my hands and feet on you in real life. You know what I mean? I'm mad because I gotta get some more people, man, in here, man, to get me whatchamacallit. You know what I mean? Can't even talk. You just talking, boy. But I got time every morning because I take a little minute out to address the trolls. I got 2 words for you. Fuck you.
DJ Kool Herc was additionally a key figure in developing the rhythmic spoken delivery of lines and wordplay, performed by masters of ceremonies. Herc would speak in rhythm and rhyme over instrumental parts of songs.
Broken glass everywhere. If it ain't about the cut,
DJ
Papa
Kool
just
Herc's
don't care.
style of lyrical chanting and rhythmic wordplay was an early form of rapping. This early form of rapping was inspired by the Jamaican tradition of impromptu toasting. Impromptu toasting was when an artist would speak improvised words over music. A friend of DJ Kool Herc's, known as Kokla Rock, also partook in speaking rhythm and rhyme at parties.
Kokla Rock is the first ever rapper.
Rock shouted out to the crowd, "There's not a man that can't be thrown. There's not a horse that can't be rode. A bull that can't be stopped. There's not a disco that I, Kokla Rock, can't rock."
Done.
Many historians consider these words to be among the first
spoken lyrics of hip hop.
Many historians also consider Kokla Rock to be one of the first masters of ceremonies for hip hop music.
Kokla Rock is the first ever MC. The first ever MC is Kokla Rock.
A new organization known as the Universal Zulu Nation was
Zulu
formed by a
tribe.
group of prominent hip hop artists. The Universal Zulu Nation was a music group that was dedicated to encouraging peace and unity in hip hop culture. Members of the Universal Zulu Nation were heavily credited for introducing urban youth to many art forms,
like medallions and stuff,
DJing, breakdancing, rapping, and visual art. Even today, the Universal Zulu Nation continues to spread the values and artistic traits of hip-hop culture throughout the world. As these developments were occurring, new DJing styles were introduced by a prominent DJ from the Bronx, known as Grandmaster Flash.
That's the god, man.
Flash was notable for being the first
My daddy
DJ
was a
to
DJ. I
manipulate
was
records
supposed to be a
in
DJ.
forwards,
Real
backwards,
shit.
and counterclockwise motions.
Yeah.
He also invented iconic DJing techniques such as cutting, scratching, punch phrasing, and
See, that's the stuff that y'all don't know.
Cutting is the act of abruptly replaying part of a song.
We been
Scratching
through
is
this
the
shit,
act
bro.
of
This is
moving a
our
vinyl record
culture.
back and forth on a turntable to produce percussive or rhythmic sounds.
Catch, ain't y'all happy that y'all proud of something to be a part of? And do you want to keep getting jerked as, you know, African Americans? Like, what are we supposed to do, bro? Like, everybody talk crazy. Why?
Spinning a record in a counterclockwise
Why?
motion.
Why are you talking about this? Like, why are
These
you
techniques
even?
all helped
Like,
hip-hop
bro, you,
artists
Fat Joe,
further
you've been in the
explore
game a
the
long
uniqueness
time.
of their
I gotta
music
pause this real quick. Fat Joe, he been in the game a long time. He been in the hip hop community for a long time. He made millions of dollars. He collaborated with some of the top artists. And I'm asking to myself, like, why do you talk like this? Like, why do you think like this at 55 years old? Like, come on, man. And if my man Hov and Diddy wasn't caught up in the stuff that they caught up in, well, Hov's not caught up in nothing. He's demolishing them. But if they went, if Hov wasn't had so much as he had to worry about, he would have to say something to Fat Joe. Some of the leaders of hip hop, like Rakim, the leader, KRS-One, the goats of this game, bro. You know what I mean? It goats of this game, bro, need to pull Fat Joe up, bro, and tell him he needs to sit on the show. We don't want, that's it, Fat Joe. Retire. I wanted to listen to the album. I'm not listening to Fat Joe's new album because of what he said. I'm just not.
In 1976, Grandmaster Flash established an original music group known as the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
That's it.
This music
1976.
group consisted of Grandmaster Flash and 5 other artists.
Right.
The group additionally became widely known as one of the most influential hip-hop groups of all time. They became well known for trading lyrics between their group's rappers and mixing them with Grandmaster Flash's unrivaled DJing skills.
Right.
Grandmaster Flash was particularly popular for his use of acrobatics in his performances.
Dang.
Flash was notable for often manipulating vinyls with his fingers, elbows, and toes.
Dang.
Although the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five had many iconic songs, their most prominent song was called The Message. This song was iconic for centering itself around the performances of the rappers. The Message was first written in 1980 by Duke Booty and Melly Mel in response to the 1980 New York City transit strike. The Message was notable for using powerful lyrics to describe the stresses that were inflicted on youth from inner city communities.
You hear that, Fat Joe? Youth
Notable
from
for
inner
shifting away
city
from
cities.
the traditional rhythmic chants used in earlier hip-hop music. The musical contributions of the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five were later recognized when they became the first hip-hop act to be featured in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Standing ovation. So they the first people to get in the Hall of Fame who started hip hop.
A drum machine that would later become a crucial component of hip-hop music. The TR-808 was important since it allowed music producers to use pre-programmed drum patterns rather than rely on traditional DJ breakbeats. The early 1980s also saw the incorporation of sampling technology into hip-hop music. Samplers were important since they allowed DJs to put together breaks in songs without the use of turntables.
That's hard.
Samplers also allowed music producers to perform sequence arrangements, rearrange sections, mix, and edit music in fresh and innovative ways. These production techniques were an early form of remixing. Early sampler models that helped inspire the art of remixing.
See, that's why I love this, bro. I love this music thing so much that it's like, listen to the history where it came from.
MPC 60.
And it's without no college, no nothing.
Over time, these sampler models evolved into a new generation of samplers. Like,
I'm gonna say this. I say this right. Think about what they saying about Cool Herc all these legendary people that was grinding in the 70s without all the access that we got today, right? It's a, let me read some comments. Fat Joe trying to put Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans in it together. He bougie. No, listen. What up, Charlene? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So listen, I'm gonna say this. We just listen to the history, right? And nowhere in this documentary or nowhere document is gonna say this Puerto Rican thing. And it's no disrespect to Puerto Ricans. You get what I'm saying? You know, it started in the Bronx where a lot of Puerto Ricans were birthed at. It's a culture thing that, like I said, it goes back to the slums of Kingston, Jamaica. You know, with his thing, with his speakers and the whole thing come. This guy brings this out in the park. Cool Hurt. He's a black guy. He's Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? He's Jamaican. When you go on the resume, he's gonna say he's from the West Indies. He's a black guy. It's not known. So this is what's killing me. You're not black because you're Jamaican. Guess you're not black if you're from Africa. Like, come on, man. He started this alongside, Puerto Rican kids, alongside kids that was born in America. And they became great. The greatest rap groups and the greatest lyrics are, African American men. You know what I mean? You have some Big Pun was the best Puerto Rican rapper ever. Big Pun was the best Puerto Rican rapper ever. Daddy Yankee, Pitbull, and them dudes, bro. You know what I mean? Fat Joe, you know what I'm saying? J-Lo, you know what I'm saying? They represent that Latino Selena. You know what I mean? Carlos Santana. You know what I mean? Cuban Links. You get what I'm saying? So you got a lot of Latinos that's buzzing in the music industry, but that's like us saying that we started Spanish music. Because we going in, we make some hits and say, oh no, we was there when it started, but we wasn't Spanish, but we've been a part of the culture from day one. Because nobody even every documentary they tell you, they mention the Puerto Ricans. So they never take nothing out of there. But the stars, the first people to do it were black men. Stop it. It's no way around that. And we can't let y'all take that because y'all take everything. You know what I mean? Like, y'all take the history so much, and then the black man is being crucified. Diddy, Jay-Z, a lot of them, a lot of these guys, Casanova, Pooh Shiesty, YW Melly, Kodak, you know what I mean? A lot of the black men be locked up. A lot of the Spanish rappers don't be getting locked up. A lot of the big name Spanish rappers don't be getting locked up. So it's like, we go through so much and getting battered and bruised in this country. And then the one thing that that belongs to us, the one thing that they'll allow us to own, because it was two genres of music that we own all genres of music. That's just it. We own all genres of music. We own country music. We own rock and roll. We own gospel. We own R&B. We own rhythm. We own blues. We own this. We own this. And then hip hop was created by young cats that wanted to party different than Gladys Knight and Aretha Franklin and the Jackson 5. They wanted to party different. It was youth expressing itself. And what happened? Hip hop was for the youth on up, bro. And people that was born back in the 70s that grew up, that was born in the 60s, that was there to party with Cool Herc, they're legendary people. They got memories, and they're gonna tell you, man, it was dope ass parties, cool ass MCs, and they're never gonna put a collar on it. They're never gonna put a collar on it. The people that was at these Cool Herc parties, these people that was vibing, they're never gonna put a collar on it. They're never gonna say ignorant shit. It doesn't have a fucking color. You understand what I'm saying? But if you ask people where it started at, they only could tell the truth. It's nothing being racist. It's nothing being biased. It's nothing. They're just going to tell the truth because history doesn't need no support. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Men lie, women lie, facts don't. The truth don't need no validation. And for Fat Joe to be in the game so long and be from the South Bronx and know what's going on, for him to use those words are very discouraging, man. They're discouraged. They're just like, damn, bro. Every time black people just open up the doors and bring people in with open arms, you always got some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? You put a mask on, people put masks on. Joe had a mask on for 30-some years, and now he pushing 60, and now his true feelings come out. That's very, very bothering. It bothers you. It bothers you, bro. It bothers me because, like I said, reason why I attack this back to back is because I'm a Fat Joe fan. My name Fat Hand 5000. Like, come on. I was feeling them from day one with the Cool G, the Timberlands. That's our style. And then you say, and then in one note you say you were raised up by black people this, and it was all these black people carrying my brother Cassie sitting next to my mother. We had to be accepted in the black projects. All of these stories that you say about the culture, all these stories, all this love and support you get. But over the years, we've been hearing you sliding some shit in. You know what I mean? Sliding some shit in. Then I look at Fat Joe history on a feature history. He didn't work with a lot of you know what I mean? He don't have a lot of features with black guys. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't. Pun did. You get what I'm saying? But Fat Joe didn't kind of with his career. You get what I'm saying? And it had to make sense. You know what I mean? Then it's who did Fat Joe put on? Okay, you Puerto Rican, y'all started hip hop. What other Puerto Rican artists you put on in the last 10 years, from the Bronx? What artists have you been embracing from the Bronx, putting some money behind them, and just embracing a younger artist, Puerto Rican or black? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You had a fallout with Remy in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You was into it with Pat Poole, so for Fat Joe to talk like that, it really broke my heart. Damn, yo, you had the mask on for 30-some years, man. You vicious. You vicious. God damn it, bro. People be having masks on. That mask is deadly. That mask is deadly. It's very, very deadly, man. It cracks, bro. He really hurt me with that. You know what I mean? Fat Joe really hurt me with that because I'm just a hip hop head. I don't know him personally. You right. I think too deep in it. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is something that I love. I was born the year of the first hip hop album. So man, I grew up in this culture. My father was a DJ. I love this shit, bro. And just to see how some of these guys that hold a role and hold a placement in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, in my eyes, just to see you in 2024, this is who you become. This ain't who you become. This is who you always was. But you brag so much about how you love black people and, you know, you was raised up in this and that and that and this and that and this. But I don't see that, bro. I see the mask, bro. And to me, that's why I titled this Hip Hop Killed Fat Joe, because ain't nobody fucking with Fat Joe. Matt Hoffa took the episode down. Nobody not fucking with Fat Joe no more. And if you do, it's just yo, what's up, yo, you cool? Because he's going to cry about it. He's going to say they destroy. He's the old man. Let old racist, yo, have it. That's how the hip hop community is a younger game. Nobody really cares. He doesn't have a buzz. He doesn't have an impact on a culture like that. You know what I'm saying? So nobody really cares what he's talking about. But niggas ain't fucking with him no more. You know, the OG, Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying? That's dead. You know what I mean? The Puerto Rican, that's dead. I'm not bumping none of your shit. You out of my playlist. I do not fuck with Fat Joe no more for that statement he made. And even if he cleared the air and I so happen to bump his shit again, it's just to be in a moment, or just he has to be in a rotation, just like old hip hop records. You remember this? This ain't all yo, remember Fat Joe? Just putting this album on and rolling the blunt up and kicking it with him. I don't really deal with him like that. You know what I mean? So that's just it. You know what I mean? Quiet down. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel. But let's get back into it.
The Akai S900, which provided increased memory storage, higher sampling rates, and better editing qualities, among other improvements. Music producers used these newer models to experiment with musical techniques such as sequencing complex arrangements, looping, adding effects, and layering sounds, among other newly developed techniques. During the mid-1980s and the early 1990s, hip-hop spread all across the United States.
Right.
We thought about an era that would later become known as the Golden Age of Hip-Hop.
Right.
The Golden Age of Hip-Hop marked the expansion of diversity, influence, stylistic innovation, and mainstream success that hip hop experienced at this time. The growing success of hip hop across the country allowed independent record labels such as Tommy Boy, Prism Records, and Def Jam to become successful. All of these record labels were releasing records at a rapid pace due to a massive demand in the marketplace that was generated by local radio stations.
Hit that
and
notification
club
button,
DJs.
hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Yo,
As
have
the
you ever
golden
heard
age of
Pat
hip-hop
Pooh?
brought
A
hip-hop
Fat
to the
one,
mainstream,
Fat Joe this.
many
Yeah,
record
hell
labels
yeah.
began to produce albums by young artists. One of these artists
Fat
was
Joe
a
ain't
teenage
been right,
girl
bro. So
named
that's what I'm
Dana
saying.
Elaine Owens, also known as
Queen Latifah.
Latifah was notable for using her music to bring attention to important issues, including domestic violence, harassment, and relationship problems.
UNITY.
At the age of 19, Latifah released her first album through Tommy Boy Records, entitled All Hail the Queen, in 1989. This album helped launch Queen Latifah's musical career while also making her a major feminist icon. Queen Latifah later won a Cadence Award from the National Coalition
Shout out to
of
Dirty
100
Jers.
Black Women in 1992. After producing several more successful albums,
She did
Queen
the movies.
Latifah won a Grammy Award for her work in producing the song UNITY.
That was a big song. That's a unity.
Queen Latifah then
Girls thought they was
received
tough back in
attention
school
for
when
her
that was out.
performance in the 1998 Super Bowl halftime show, cementing her identity as an iconic musical artist.
People don't talk about that. They don't know Queen did the
The
halftime
golden
show.
age of hip-hop also saw the rise of various copyright-related issues. At this time,
Yeah,
very
samples.
minimal copyright laws existed to protect music from being sampled.
That's when it was
This meant
pure.
that
You could just
artists
make
could
music
use
for fun.
samples from a variety of sources
People started
without
being greedy.
facing legal challenges. Samples from a variety of music genres were used at this time, including samples from jazz and rock music. Many original copyright owners of the music didn't like other artists using their music without their approval. This caused the government to pass several copyright enforcement laws, which required artists to clear all samples ahead of time in order to avoid lawsuits. Unfortunately, however, because clearing samples was typically very expensive, many record labels were unable to use such work. This caused hip-hop music to take a new form as producers began to focus on creating wholly original content. A new generation of new school rappers were pivotal in developing a new form of hip-hop and bringing it into the mainstream. Some prominent groups and artists at this time included Public Enemy,
Yes.
Biz Markie,
Yep.
A Tribe Called
Come
Quest,
on. And the Beastie Boys.
and LL Cool J, among others. As hip-hop music
I saw them
spread
saying,
across
Fat
the
Joe,
world,
do your
hip-hop
homework.
fashion quickly followed as well. Many different types of clothes,
Then they'll talk
shoes,
about Fat Joe,
and
the Puerto
hairstyles
Rican
became
rapper
popular
that
forms
came
of
out. You know what I'm
self-expression.
saying? MC Surge, Beastie
The
Boys.
late
I didn't. Was
1990s
they Puerto
marked
Rican
the
or white?
emergence
I
of
don't
several
know. You
prominent
know what I'm saying?
hip-hop
We thought
artists,
they were white. Where we
including
from?
The Notorious B.I.G.,
Come on, man.
Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube,
They're
and
not
Lauryn
mentioning
Hill.
Fat Joe.
The early 2000s marked the
They're not
emergence of
mentioning
several
Fat Joe.
contemporary hip-hop artists, including 50 Cent and Eminem. One of the biggest hip-hop artists at the start of the 21st century was Jay-Z, who has been cited by many critics as the greatest rapper of all time. Jay-Z is known for using clever wordplay to keep audiences engaged during his live performances. He is additionally praised for his use of rests, which helps him structure his verses. In total, Jay-Z has won a total of 22 Grammy Awards,
Dang.
the most held by any rapper. Jay-Z also holds the record for having the most #1 albums by a solo artist on the Billboard 200, with a total of 14 albums reaching that distinction. Additionally, some of Jay-Z's most acclaimed albums
Come on,
include
man. They're not
The
gonna
Blueprint,
mention.
The Black Album,
And listen.
and 444.
Let me take a ride with me. Right? Take a ride with me. Take a ride with me. I'm ready to ride out. So Let me ride out. Let me comment on it. So, let me break this down. What this is all about. So, Fat Joe gets on Math Hoffa. He just disrespect the culture. Everybody know it. I played it earlier in the video. So, with this being said, we're just going back. I was playing the history of hip hop. So, anybody just tapping in, I'm playing the history of hip hop. In the history of hip hop, that all of these legendary rappers that came out of the beginning were just mostly black rappers. Now, the hip hop culture, anybody that love hip hop like I do, or listen to music, or it went to hip hop shows, or go to clubs, that go places where it's a vibe at, and you hear hip hop music, you hear reggae. These are the musics that you heard together when you go to a club. You hear hip hop, you hear R&B. You hear hip hop, you hear R&B, you hear reggae, and club music where I'm from. They're the four musics that you're going to hear in the club. You're going to hear club music, you're going to hear reggae, you're going to hear hip hop. You get what I'm saying? You're going to hear hot R&B songs. You know, hot R&B. When I say R&B, I mean pop songs. You know, Maya, Lil Mo, Mary J. You're going to hear these things, J-Lo. You get what I'm saying? You're going to hear certain things pop off in the club with good DJs. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You're going to hear Lean Back in the club. He has a Lean Back. You hear All the Way Up. You hear these records, right? When you hear these records and you're in a good ass vibe, and and if you go to New York, you party in California, you go to Florida, you go to Vegas, you go to Colorado, you go different places around the world and you party. It's multicultural people in there, right? Nobody is amped up and going crazy about a specific thing. And when the DJ play the song and the grass is right, the liquor right, or the water right, whatever you choose to do, how you go to the club, you can be high, sober, or drunk. When music come on and the DJ got control and the niggas that's the master ceremony hosting and it's going crazy, nigga. You don't give a fuck who sings the song. You're vibing to the song. You know what I'm saying? You're vibing to the song. Math definitely need to put the interview back up. But Math took the interview down because it's disrespect. And I don't know what type of, business they have going on with it, or did he pay him or whatever. He get residuals off of it. But Mav took it down just in respect to the culture. Because you just can't have people, even though it did millions of views and he keeps it up, so many people get there and comment and it can bring him some money. And that's what content creating about. But we're tired of people just posting and keeping shit up about black people and just being ignorant. We just tired of that shit, bro. So if he wants to make those comments, go on Angie Martinez's show or go on one of those shows where they're going to allow you to talk that Fat Joe. People analyze it and make content off of you. But just to be on the Black Man channel that's produced and crafted by a black man, bro, and you saying that shit, bro, he should have checked them right there. Because I would have checked him. I'd have said, hold up, Fat Joe. You're a legend and all that for the Puerto Rican community, but you out of order. You sitting up here disrespecting black men in my face, bro. You could have kept that shit to yourself. You know what I mean? That shit more personal than an interview. That's what I would have told him, yo. That's because my shit is no fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Math Hoffa can't keep that interview up because he didn't check him. He didn't check him. It's all black niggas in there and ain't nobody say, hold up, Joe, what the fuck do you mean, bro? You out of order. Now, hip-hop started like this. Nobody never checked him. Nobody never checked them. You get what I'm saying? That's why he took it down, because at the end of the day, ain't no different than saying, nigga, pick that cotton, or I'm tired of these niggas that's in the house. Like, it's like going out to the field niggas that's working hard and saying you don't like the house niggas and call them broke and all the words. If he could be like, yo, I don't like the decision that they made, or I don't think that what they said is right, because it's America. You're entitled to your own opinion. So nobody's not knocking Fat Joe for having an opinion. You can have an opinion. You're grown. You're 55 years old. You can have an opinion, man. But you know what to say, how to say it, and when you say it, bro. And if you just felt like you comfortable with saying it, and that's the normal lingo that y'all do up New York and whatever, yeah. Because the black man is outnumbered in New York because there's so many cultures. There's so many different cultures. You know what I'm saying? It evens out. You know what I mean? But yeah, for real, I'm just keeping it 100. Because I lived in Newark, New Jersey, and I also lived in Albany, New York. So me living in Newark, New Jersey, and then one time living in Albany, New York, I seen where black men and black women was outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? It was just areas where the culture be at, but they were really outnumbered by different cultures. Okay, cool. If you go in New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of black people and Puerto Rican people. You get what I'm saying? Straight up. But you could go in the hoods where as though it's just like you can just go into like an all black dominant neighborhood. In New York City, you get what I'm saying? It's like, if you go to Queens, you know what I mean? It's Jamaicans and a lot of black people in parts of Queens. You know what I'm saying? And Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? You see the culture. Harlem is a lot of black dudes in Harlem, 100%, but it's a lot of Spanish dudes in Harlem, the Bronx, and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying my experience, for going up there years. That's what I seen. It could be more, you know what I'm saying? I didn't never live in New York City, but I've been there so many times, 3-4 nights, weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out in New York. I love, I always tell people I love New York. Like a lot of people go to Atlanta. A lot of people will go different places and live. I said, shit, bro, I would rather have a spot in New York. You know what I mean? That's just the foundation of a lot of shit. So if we, the people in the world, could just be like New York, the foundation, hip hop was born in the Bronx. If the whole earth can recognize that and recognize who did it, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? They say Selena was the best Spanish singer ever. What do we look like saying, oh, Selena? We know, bro. No, bro, no. Selena is who she is because she done what she done. Nobody's never gonna take her for that. A younger Spanish girl will be wrong, or anybody outside of that will be wrong to disrespect that woman. Will be wrong to disrespect anybody that bust their ass to become something. You out of order. You get what I'm saying? And I just say, yo, just the words that you said on a black platform had balls. You had balls, bro. I don't believe he would have said that on Taxstone. I don't believe he would have said that on $1 million worth of game. I don't believe, you know what I mean? He might would have got away with that on Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he would have got away with that. Like, I just don't think he would have got away with that. Or I don't think he would have got away with that on the Joe Budden's podcast with all them sitting right there. I don't think he would have got away with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he would have got away with that with Roy Mal. It's like he wouldn't have got away with that on Raw Dope. He wouldn't have got away with that on Keeping It the G. I just know hella platforms that would not let him got away with that, and it wouldn't have been about clickbait. It wouldn't have been about, yo, I'm just trying to, no, that shit deeper than that. You feel what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been about nothing else but, yo, you out of order. And we consider you a legend. We consider you a part of the culture. So why the fuck do everybody got to put, we know where the culture started at. We know who started the culture. We know who had top charting albums. We know who did their goddamn thing. We know who got the muscle in this business. But the people that got the muscle in this business, they not saying, oh, Eminem's not welcome in the community. They didn't say the BC Boys. They didn't say MC Surge. You know what I mean? They didn't say fucking Easy. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different dudes. They didn't say Pun couldn't spit and that legendary, you know what I'm saying, joint with all them spit. They didn't say that. They didn't say Nori couldn't spit. Nah, bro. Hip hop was never about a color. It was never about that. It was never about that, regardless if the black man created it. It just was never about a color. Nobody brought the racism shit to the hip hop thing. And for you to do that, bro, and there's so much going on in the world, and you speak so highly of the culture and acts as if you have this much love and respect. Now, when we do the background of you and we pay attention to you, you know what I mean? And we think about it, we like, damn, we know you got black friends. It's impossible. But what we do know is that I want to do more research on you. And like, damn, now, even though I was a big fan of you and I studied you, now I gotta go look at you now. Now I gotta go like a lawyer. Now I gotta go look up everything about you. I have to go look up everything about Fat Joe. And because that's what happens. This is my thing. When you chilling and you cooling in life and nobody's bothering everybody being 100, and everybody just being on man time and everybody just keeping it a buck. You ain't gotta never dig up nobody past or what they had going on. But when people start doing fuck shit, fake shit, and foolishness, it makes you want to do research of who the fuck are they. Is this something that they just done dealing with me? Do they see sucker or bitch written on my face? Or is this just who they is as a person? Is they just a fucked up person and always been doing this shit and I overlooked it? That's what people do when they do dumb shit. They make you check everything about them. It could check out good, it could check out bad. But they make you do research. You know what I'm saying? Just like the police department, man. They get a tip or they just see something ain't suspicious, they on your ass. And that's what it is with Fat Joe. We gotta look up everything with Fat Joe. How many black artists did he work with? How many black producers that he worked with? Like, what does he do? You know what I'm saying? Do he intervene with the black community? Does he give back? This is what I want to know. What black young dude did he put on? Like, some of the things I want to know. You know, we know that he did Remy Ma, and we know the Pun discovered Remy Ma, and after the death of Pun, he kept working. You get what I'm saying? Because I just don't remember like Fat Joe being out and about and seeing him. I never seen him like hanging amongst like black niggas. And I never thought about that until now when he said that. I just never seen Joe just like on some straight, you know what I mean? If it wasn't involving, you know, I know he dealt with Cool and Dre. I know he dealt with Khaled. You know what I mean? I know he was on a remix with Ro. I know he's been on some like remixes, but like locking in. I remember Jealous Once, Envy album. I remember Don Cartachino. It was Ray and Ghost was on there. Raekwon was on there. There's a few black artists on there. You know what I mean? I remember the video. And then the Ja Rule thing. When he was on the Versus with Ja Rule, he disrespected a black woman so bad. He should have been canceled for that. But again, we overlooked it. You get what I'm saying? We overlooked it. We overlooked it. You get what I'm saying? We overlooked it. Then he tried to come out there with Remy and Shanti. He tried to do so much in the verses, and then he come with this. And I mean, maybe the man's getting old and like senile. Maybe Fat Joe's getting old and senile. I don't know, y'all. But I can truly, honestly say that hip hop killed him. Fat Joe is officially dead in the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't fuck with him, and then 50% of the hip hop genre don't fuck with him and don't know who he is. He got into it with some younger people saying that back then. He's an unk and he has a I will call Fat Joe is now put on a shelf, but he has a front porch opinion. That's what I'm gonna say about Fat Joe. You know, when you get Fat Joe age, you're a front porch opinion, meaning that your opinion don't really go further than the front porch and who you talking to, because nobody's paying attention. That's old ass yo, and you gotta watch them niggas. I think they'll call the police on you or something. You know what I'm saying? He has a porch opinion. Doesn't go off the porch. Fat Joe, he's canceled in the hip hop community. We just don't. I can't rock out with him, and it hurts so bad. I was like a Joey Crack fan. Like, come on, Fat Joe. Like, damn, man. You broke my heart, man. You broke my heart. You broke my heart, man. You broke my heart, bro. You broke my heart. Fat Joe broke my heart, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Math broke my heart by not checking him. Fat Joe broke my heart with the fuck shit. And I don't really want to do nothing with him. I don't really want to think about it. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I can't fathom this guy. Like, I just, Fat Joe, man, I'm very, very disappointed in you, man. I can't fuck with you no more. The comment that you made on Math Hoffa, and then even, you let things go. What you did to Lil Mama in the verses was fucked up. And what you did on Math Hoffa was fucked up. And I thought you should be canceled and your apology shouldn't have been accepted. You know what I mean? When you did that to Lil Mama, and now you come back and do this, I can't fuck with you no more. Because that's the real you. You've been a racist slumbag. You've been a racist slumbag, Fat Joe, for years. And all that you doing black guys and all this black guys at your brother funeral. I wasn't at your brother funeral. The media and the content creator, you know, we wasn't at your brother's funeral many a years. Rest in peace to your brother. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't believe that all that, nah, man, I don't believe that, man. I don't. You get what I'm saying? I don't. I just don't believe that. I believe that you was a businessman and you were always jealous of some of the black artists you work with. You're a low-key hater. You're a sore loser because Ja Rule proved that in verses. And, it's over. I can't even lie to you, bro. That's it, bro. You know what I mean? You not even on your third strike. You out. You got two. And it don't make no sense because and again, I say it again and again, I was a fan of Fat Joe. Since Jealous One's Envy, the first one, I was a fan of Joe. Jealous One's Envy. I know he had an album before that. And you know how it was back then when artists came out. See, hip hop wasn't like it is today. But we from Baltimore. So we got a lot of New York music. So his first album didn't resonate like, you know what I'm saying, his second album did. But You Got a Flow, Joe did. So the nigga knew him from that single but didn't really care too much. Or they wasn't really promoting his whole album in this region. But when Jealous One Envy dropped, man, I told you, I didn't even know the difference between, I thought he was a fat, black nigga. Fat, light-skinned black nigga like my man, Kibi. We call him Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? They looked alike. You know what I'm saying? His mom and dad is black. So I never looked at him. I never, like I told you, I never knew about a lot of, the Latino culture when I was young. Back when Jealous One Envy was out. So I thought he was one of them. Top of the morning. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was, one of them. But I thought he was one of the guys. You get what I'm saying? But as the 90s prevailed, I learned that he was Puerto Rican. And, you learn about different cultures as you get older. But to be disrespected by Fat Joe as a hip hop, as a hip hop artist, as a hip hop content creator, as somebody that loved hip hop and was a fan of him, bro, I'm really hurt, bro, because I'm getting tired of every time that we wake up or every time that it turn around and somebody showing, kissing it, you know what I mean? Somebody just disrespecting us as black people when they act as though they got so much love and respect for us. When they act like they don't see no color. You know what I'm saying? When they act like they don't see no color. You get what I'm saying? I would love to get Black Tie on my show, man. Tag him in. You feel me? But so I felt like, you just, like it's like you reap the benefits off of black people, just like so many blood snatchers. You reap the benefit off black people. You know what I'm saying? You love the way you love everything about us. You love our strength. You love our brain, but you just don't like us as people. And you got to deal with them. Now, I mean, that's good looking. You know what I'm saying? And you got to deal with them. So it's like, yo, I can't beat them, so I'm going to deal with them. It's not beat them, join them. Because when they join them, they just poking holes in the ship. You get what I'm saying? They poking holes in the ship. That's just what he's doing. He's poking holes in the ship. So when they join us, it's like that. Or they just, keep it cool enough so you would never know that they got this mask on. And just Fat Joe just been pulling it off. Like he couldn't take it no more. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't hide it. And he went on a black man platform and said, nigga, that's how I feel about y'all. You get what I'm saying? It's not like a personal beef. They had a beef where you be like, bro, I don't got nothing to do with that. This is cultural, what he said on Math Hoffa. This is like a public service announcement. Like, damn, bro, why y'all motherfuckers feel so comfortable? And it's not just you. It's tons of people like that do what you do. That's why you comfortable with doing it. That's why Fat Joe was comfortable with saying what he was saying, because it's being regular in the world. And now it's just coming down to hip hop. Now it's really just coming down to hip hop. Now it's just coming in a place where we didn't worry about that shit. racism, thinking you better, all that shit didn't invade in hip hop, bro. You know what I mean? That was a safe haven, bro. Hip hop was a fucking safe haven, bro. From the drill music to racism to everything is just fucking the culture up, bro. It is, bro. And the culture vultures are at an all-time high. And now the culture vulture is a 50-year-old person who lived his whole life through hip-hop. You get what I'm saying? Who really remember some of these parties and lived in communities with people. It's like, yo, did you see Core? He knows certain shit, bro. And his whole life, he was jealous. His whole life, he was jealous. You know what I mean? We could go Google, Puerto Rican fashion over in Puerto Rico and then African American fashion. And everybody fucking dressed like us. Everybody does things like us. And that's why I say, man, you should go to your son and your daughter, right? When you get off the stream, or go to your mother or your auntie or your significant other and just say, I love you, black man, or I love you, black woman. You get what I'm saying? Because, no matter we not getting along, we take so much beating and brutality from the world, man. I just gotta say I love you, brother. And just keep your head up, man. Allah knows best. That's it. That's it. Because black people are the most less racist people in the world. We not racist at all, bro. We just get mad, bro, when people when you get an ignorant black person showing ignorance to another culture, it's just being fed up. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference with being, you know what I mean? It's a difference from being racist and just fed up. If you every time you turn around some racist shit towards you and your people, then you try to avoid it, you march about it, you say peace trees, but then soon as they act like it's cool, there's some other fuck shit happening. Soon as it's cool, like soon as shit died down, there's some other fuck shit happening. So that's where you get the most ignorant brothers and sisters that just be like, man, I don't care about nothing else. Because you get them out there. But the majority of us, man, we just want to get money, have a good time, be fly, just live life. And so many people stop that. Just of jealousy, envy, hate. You know what I mean? Just because who we are and how strong we are, how we age, how we think, how we built, how we move, how we carry shit, how strong we are. And then we embrace every culture. It's a difference from 3 black kids going to an all-white school versus 3 white kids coming to a black school. They're not going to get beat up and chased home, and it's not going to be hell on earth. I went to school where it's just a handful of white kids. They wasn't getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? They actually get accepted in. Spanish kids go to a predominantly black school. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be in. They're going to be in, bro. Black people just don't, when you move in our neighborhoods and our hoods, bro, we just don't be on one. We don't. And that's a nationwide facts. I mean, we accept all, man. That's it. That's why when they come, they open up stores in the ghetto. They want to be in the ghetto, you know what I mean? Because they spend the most money, but they know they really be safe. They really be safe. How many times the Chinese joints, the carryouts really got robbed in the hood? Be honest. Just be honest. If you come from up in this DMV, how many times they really got robbed? Like, bro, the hood don't be on that. They got robbed because businesses get robbed. But it's not a thing where they can say, I'm never going back to the black community. It's just that hard for me. Hell no. They start talking that lingo. Like, they start talking and loving it. That's it, bro. It don't be no beef. Everybody come around us and be cool as fuck and get accepted. We can't go around everybody and be accepted. I don't care who you is and where you from. You can move in the hood and they gonna be like, that's Beliko. That's Ahmed. That's Chung. That's my little man Chung, yo. Come here, Chung. Yo, hey, I swear to God, one of y'all niggas do something to Chung will fuck you up. That's it. Like, we are loving, giving people. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's what I said. I was a white dude in a 93. And then how many times have you, and there's a lot of white dudes hanging out in South Baltimore. I tell dudes all the time, white dudes hanging out in South Baltimore. Don't nobody look at them crazy. This dude's all done up. Love these white boys. White boys crazy as motherfucker. You got some white boys that go hard. You got some white boys that turn around and look straight at you. Don't fucking play that fucking racist shit around me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not on that. You get what I'm saying, bro? People don't come to our community and get crucified. And I'm not telling you, oh, every white boy that went in the ghetto to buy some dope didn't get burned. You know, games get ran. They get ran, but they'll figure it out. That's how the black community is. Like, oh, you got burnt by them too. You'll find somebody like, man, just keep hollering at me, man. You'll find somebody to take you in. We don't get welcome in everywhere. We fit in. We got to get in fights. You know what I'm saying? We got to get in fights. We got to get in alpha male challenges. The mic was going dead. We got to get in alpha male challenges. We got to show these dudes they can't fuck with us every time. Every time. We got to show dudes they can't fuck with us every time. You know what I mean? We got to prove a point every time. We got to be, you know what I'm saying? But when people come around us, they be cool, bro. You know what I mean? Rich white people and rich people, what they do, they want a black woman in there to take care of their people. They love it. Because they know that them people just genuinely got love in their heart. But we get hated on by so many, bro. We get hated on by so many people for no reason, bro. And that's tough, bro. That's tough. Brooklyn, what up? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Yeah. So y'all, my niggas that come from Brooklyn, Westport, Cherry Hill area, my dudes that come from South Baltimore, Dundalk. You get what I'm saying? Dudes that come from down the Eastern Shore. You got some cool motherfucking white boys out here, man. You got some white families that adopted black dudes, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not on that racist stuff, bro. Everybody not on that. If the black man and the black woman felt like everybody was on the racist stuff, y'all have a problem, bro. But we just so much good of a people that we just don't be on that shit, bro. We don't hate people like people hate us. That's all I'm saying, yo. We black people do not. I'm a black man, yo. Black people do not hate people like they hate us. We just don't. But if you get us fucked up and keep playing on our top, we get mad, bro, and get fed up, bro, and form like Voltron and become a problem. And the world really don't want that, but we just too good of a people to even be like that, bro. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? You got your brothers and your sister like, fuck it, let's hurt them all. And then you got your good brothers like, nah, let's think before we move, bro. But then overall, we all fed up as a culture. We like, God damn, man, let that go. Like, why y'all gotta keep being like that? Why y'all gotta keep being like that, bro? Why y'all gotta keep being like that? That's all we gonna keep saying. Why y'all so ignorant? Why y'all wanna be bad? Like, why y'all wanna be ignorant? Why y'all wanna be so mean and shit, bro? Like, that's not good. It's not good. It's not good, man. It's not good for your health, your mind, body, and soul. You know what I mean? We tired of that. But listen, man, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. You know me, man. I had 5,000 in the morning, 6:30. It's my hour, man. I tap in with y'all, man. If I don't get the upload through the day, I'll be busy. But if I can, I will upload second videos. But like to just get to the top of the morning. So you know what I'm saying, giving that feedback. But listen, man, Fat Joe was killed by the hip hop community. He's been voted out. We don't fuck with him on Raw Dope Podcast. My couple 4,000 subscribers, we ain't rocking out with him. You know what I'm saying? We ain't rocking out with him. So make sure you hit that notification button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Raw Dope Podcast.